Shalom, Yasher Allah. I'd like to start off by saying I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, whom I worship. Double honors to my elder apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this word, the sincerity and the truth, and who rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the world who are teaching and pushing this word to the very end. And salutations be to the great cloud of witnesses of Yasher Allah out there, all right, who are listening and believing and hoping for the coming of Yahweh Shai. May the Lord grant you and your salvation. So we're continuing with this series here of the book of Joel, and we're going to begin at Joel, the 2nd chapter and the 1st verse.
Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong.
Yeah, this is the prophet Joel, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai through the prophet Joel, and he's describing what's going to happen in the last days, and we're living in the last days, you know? A destruction by way of fire, right? By way of, although he could not had described it as we describe it today, we call them thermonuclear missiles, right? That's the scientific terminology for them. But back then, that, you know, first of all, they were not created then. So he's seeing the vision because the Lord gave him the vision. He's describing the vision now, you know, of what he saw, and pretty much what he saw were the thermonuclear missiles flying in the sky in formation on their way to destroy a great big wicked city, all right? And that city is known as Babylon the Great, which is America, this continent. It's not talking about men marching, you know, in formation, an army of men. It's not talking about that. It's talking about the thermonuclear missiles. The Lord gave man that technology, you know, to create these things, to create his weapons, you know, the weapons of his indignation. Yeah, Isaiah 54:16. I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, right? The smith are these thermonuclear physicists that the Lord gave them the knowledge of nuclear fission, right? Of the splitting of the atom, and to deal with these elements, to create these weapons, the weapons of the Most High's indignation, man, of his righteous and fierce anger that he's going to bring upon Esau, Edom, man, all right, to destroy them. Because Esau, he has gotten to be too powerful, too strong here on earth, man. You know, unto him was given the blessing of the sword, man, and by it, he was good, and with that great sword, he was going to go throughout the earth, taking all the best parts of the earth for himself, man. You know, conquering and destroying nations, taking what they got. There's no other nation more powerful than the so-called white man down here on earth, man. And it was Yahweh Shai who gave him the sword, see? So it has to only be Yahweh Shai when he comes with the holy angels to take that sword away. Yahweh Shai when he was Isaac.
A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth, the land is as the Garden of Eden.
Right, a fire devoureth before them. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. That's talking about the thermonuclear missile. It's the propulsion system of the missile, right? To propel it to where it has to go. And also they have they got GPS technology on them. Okay, that's why they're not gonna hit each other or break their ranks, because they're gonna have the guidance system, you know, to get to where they gotta go to hit their target, and their target is America. All right. It says the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, right? Because they didn't hit as they're coming. The land is not touched by, you know, by destruction yet, right? So it's, the land is normal. It's you know, trees are budding, animals are walking around, people are walking around, right? But once they hit, right, and behind them right, it says, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. Meaning, once they hit, boom, a desolate wilderness. Nothing is left standing. Everything got burnt up. A great, big, giant desert, right? Nothing shall escape them, because it's just 200 million missiles being shut off by all the nations that have thermonuclear missile capability, and they're gonna shoot it off. They all got one target. They're gonna shoot it off directly to America.
A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire, that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle.
Yeah, as a strong people set in battle array. Like a great big giant army, man. They're coming, they're flying over mountains. They're, you know, the Prophet Joel is just describing how they're coming, you know? And they're gonna make as they're coming, they're gonna make a great big noise, you know, in the sky. I don't know if you ever heard of what is that? The F-15 fighter jets. When they fly through the sky, they make like a loud noise, man, because they're cutting through that air, man. And that's how the missiles are gonna sound. But there's 200 million missiles coming. So you imagine the noise that they're gonna be making. People are gonna hear that noise, and before they even hit, people are gonna be dropping dead of heart attacks, man. Because it will be announced, and it will be televised that the missiles are coming.
Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire, that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pained, all faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march, every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk.
Right, they're not going to break their ranks because they have these thermonuclear missiles, because that's what the prophet Joel is describing. They're not going to break their ranks because they have something called a guidance system, the GPS system, all right, operating with the satellites that they have in space, and they're not going to hit each other. These things have all kind of sensors. Shit, cars now have sensors. If you're getting too close to a car, the car will slow down on you. If not, damn near stop, so that you don't hit somebody, So they have this technology, man.
Neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses.
Yeah, what he's saying is that they're gonna hit their targets. Alright? That's what the hell he's talking about. These missiles are gonna, once they're shot off, they're gonna hit their targets, and it's gonna take less than an hour for those missiles to get here. I think Russia developed a new missile. Only takes a half hour, man, to get over here. That's one hell of a missile, man.
They shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses, they shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw. The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining, and the Lord shall utter his voice.
Verse 10, it says, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Verse 10, the earth shall quake before them, because as they're coming, as the missiles are coming, the earth is gonna feel them coming, and then once they hit, it's gonna feel like an earthquake, because they're gonna be pelting the earth, hitting the earth, man. Simultaneously, it's even gonna cause the earth to quake, right? The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark. Yeah, because of the smoke and the fire being, going up into the sky. You're not going to be able to see the sun or the moon. And the stars shall withdraw their shining, or the stars, right?
And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide?
Yeah, and this is an actual vision that the prophet Joel saw. This is something that's gonna happen, because, listen, the nations didn't create, or Esau didn't create these missiles for nothing, man. These missiles exist. There's people going on with their everyday life as if they think that there's no end to how they're living. You know? So everybody's living this fictitious life, you know, they're going here, going there, thinking their life is normal. Well, they showed you that, the government showed you that with this whole pandemic. How they put a stop to your way of life. You see, they control all that, man. So definitely these missiles, once people hear that that the nations are preparing these missiles for war, man, people are gonna shake, quake, cry. They ain't gonna know what to do. You see? But the elect, the righteous, they know what to do. All right? Their hope and their faith is in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. That the Lord will deliver them from these things, man. This is reality, all right?
And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? Therefore also now, say...
It says, and the Lord shall utter his voice before his army. The army is talking about the missiles. For his camp is very great, many missiles, 200 million. For he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Who can abide it? The answer is no one.
Therefore also now, saith the Lord, turn ye even to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning, and rend your heart, and not your garments, and turn unto the Lord your...
Right, so that's what you do. You turn to the Lord, to put your confidence in the Lord, because this is coming from the Lord, you know? And the Lord will protect his anointed, his elect. He will come and deliver his elect, man. So this is what we're supposed to do, man. Therefore also now saith the Lord, turn ye even to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning, because it's going to be a horrible and terrible day, you know?
And rend your heart, and not your garments, and turn unto the Lord your God, for he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness, and repenteth him of the evil. Who knoweth if he will return and repent, and leave a blessing behind him, even a meat offering, and a drink offering unto the Lord your God? Blow the trumpet in Zion, sanctify a fast, call a solemn...
Right, blow the trumpet in Zion, and this is what we're doing. When we're teaching, when we're out there in the highways and byways, we're blowing the trumpet, because we know, you know, we're dealing with reality. These other camps are not dealing with reality, man. They don't even prophesy about the missiles, let alone the RFID chip being the mark of the beast. You see what I'm saying? So we out there blowing the trumpet, man, sounding an alarm of war, telling our people to get right, because when the Lord comes, when the Lord puts the word out, man, for the nations to increase the battle and shoot off those missiles, that's it. It's curtains, man. So we're gonna end part 2 there at Joel, the 2nd chapter and the 15th verse. That's what we'll pick up in part 3. Shalom.